What if the warning signs were happening at home, not in some dark alley, not in a stranger's life, but inside a normal house with normal parents who missed what was right in front of them? Tonight, we're breaking down the parenting mistakes that create school shooters. School violence doesn't come from one cause. There's no single trigger. But when experts study these cases, patterns appear. Small things ignored over time, moments that didn't seem dangerous until they were. This isn't about blame. It's about awareness, because some of these signs are easier to miss than you think. Point 1. Ignored warning signs. Before the Columbine High School massacre, both Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold showed troubling behavior. They wrote about violence, expressed anger, even made threats. But much of it was dismissed as teenage rebellion. The lesson isn't that every troubled teen becomes violent, but that repeated warning signs should never be ignored. Access without safeguards. In the Oxford High School shooting, the weapon used by Ethan Crumbley was reportedly purchased by his parents and kept accessible. Before the attack, he had drawn disturbing images at school, including references to violence. A meeting was held, concerns were raised, but he was sent back to class. Hours later, the situation escalated into tragedy. Access doesn't cause intent, but it can turn intent into action. Emotional isolation. The shooter in the Sandy Hook Elementary school shooting, Adam Lanza, lived in extreme isolation. He withdrew from the world, avoided social interaction, and became increasingly disconnected. Isolation alone doesn't lead to violence, but when it deepens without intervention, it can create a dangerous mental space. Point 4. Unmonitored online influence. In the Parkland school shooting, Nicholas Cruz had a long history of disturbing online behavior. Posts about violence, threatening comments, warning signs visible in plain sight. But like many cases, those signals weren't fully acted on in time. Today, a child's digital world can shape their reality, and ignoring it creates blind spots. Point 5. Fascination with violence. Some attackers don't hide their interests. They study past shootings. They idolize previous perpetrators. This pattern was seen in multiple cases, including references to the Columbine High School massacre by later attackers. When fascination turns into obsession, it's no longer harmless curiosity, it's a warning sign. Point 6. Missed intervention moments. In many of these cases, there wasn't just one missed opportunity, there were several. Teachers noticed changes, peers heard threats, parents saw behavior shifts. But no single moment felt urgent enough until everything added up. Here's the reality. No parent sets out to raise someone capable of violence. And no single mistake explains these tragedies. But patterns matter, awareness matters, early action matters. Because the difference between prevention and tragedy is often noticing the signs before they're impossible to ignore. So the real question isn't who's to blame. It's what warning signs are we still overlooking today? Because the earlier we see them, the more chance we have to stop the next one. Hit subscribe button for psychological crime documentary like this.